Happy Spooky Day. Happy, let's see, All Souls Day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today's All Souls Day. It's the celebration of, like, our ancestors. In Canada, it's, I think, All Souls Day. In Mexico, it's Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, yeah.
You celebrate your ancestors, past loved ones. It's Samhain as well for pagans. So, lots of holidays.
That was a very, very traumatic episode on Grey's Anatomy for me when they did the All Souls Day.
Really?
Yeah, Shonda brought back all those people. She messed me up for a good day. I was like, don't you dare, Shonda, don't you dare.
See, I feel like the season of COVID was literally like an entire season of like All Souls Day with Meredith like visiting all of the past people. Except instead of it being like spooky time, it's like the serene beach.
Right.
Yeah. If only that's what, like, you know, what would it be? Purgatory?
Yeah.
Purgatory
I cannot
would be
believe that it's already November.
Already November. And as you can see, we are not in the salon today. We decided to take a fall holiday adventure to, where are we at? Falling Water?
Falling water.
Falling water.
We're on a cliff. We're on a cliff
We're on a cliff.
without safety harnesses or anything.
Yep, no harnesses for us.
This is Rosemary's favorite kind of place to be, though, because you're in.
That's true. I love rocks.
Yeah, so tell us about this area for rock climbing. Would this be an area you would like to climb? Would this be a danger zone? Like,
Yeah, so looking at the rock, I mean, it's not super solid where you can see a lot of chunks that like might fall off. That's called choss, which is not great. And then also this area isn't developed at all, so there are no like set bolts or anchors. So I feel like Josie was telling us that some people can like rappel, but for climbing, probably better somewhere else. The view is very pretty.
it is very pretty. And usually this is like, what, a creek? A
Yeah, it's a
waterfall.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in a waterfall today.
Look at us chasing waterfalls.
We're in the great drought.
Yeah, girl. Great drought.
So with it being Halloween and it being a spooky day and, you know, moving into winter, which is typically, you know, the dark time that we look back on, you know, our year and going forward, what do you think some of y'all's fears are that you've either maybe come up against, come through, especially maybe like being a hairstylist?
Like the fears we've encountered this year?
Just your fears in general that you've had maybe, or that you have that you're working on, or
Well, I'm scared of heights, so
so you're working on that today.
so I'm a lot of
Tell
growth.
me you weren't scared of heights.
Right now, I'm gripping this rock with every bone in my body. I've got like a death grip with my butt on this rock.
Butt kegels.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, butt kegels.
Is it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Kegels? Butt kegels?
That's where you
Kegels? Oh, okay, so a kegel is like... we'll talk about it later. I'll tell you all about it in the car.
Well,
So okay. Another segue. I think one of my fears I've encountered this year, and that like I feel like I will forever encounter, is time is going by so fast.
Yes.
I just had a birthday.
Happy
Rosemary
birthday!
has a birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Just time, it's like you said at the beginning, it's freaking November.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, before you know it, the holidays are gonna come and go, and we're gonna be in summer again in our booty shorts.
I'm not gonna lie, as hot as it's been in the salon lately, I'm missing the shorts.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, time, you know, it's like the quality of life. Like, it's just, like, today, like, taking this, like, moment and just saying, hey, you know what? Like, this is something we don't normally do. We've been extremely busy, like, going into, like, November. You know, and we're still kind of like dealing with like the economy, and we're still dealing with like adult stuff. So taking like just this time and just getting out in nature and just saying, hey, look, we're human and this is fun. And you're building like memories. So you can look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember that time that we went to like this big like waterfall. And
Without any water.
without any water. And we sat there, and if you just take that little moment, it does make all the stuff that we did for the past like 2 weeks, the past month, like this kind of like the payoff. So,
Truth.
yeah.
And we've had a lot of growth in the last even just like 2 months. It's been unbelievable.
Been through a lot
really.
of changes this year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Change is good. Change is also hard.
Yes.
We've all been adjusting and been super busy, and it's just nice to take some quiet time today to not fall off the rock.
To know if we do, we've got we have a scarf. I brought an emergency scarf.
Enact the life skills.
I don't know how you're not cold in those short sleeves.
It's just really it's kind of nice and it's chilly, but it's not too cold. Like, and I'm right here in the sun.
With the sun out, it's not bad. Yeah, exactly.
And we're also like moving.
Sure.
You know, sorry, I was just thinking about this. We always talk about during fall time, like fall trend. I'm totally getting off topic now, but like fall trends, every single year we always talk about like the coppers and the reds and the violets and all of those things. How come it's never a fall trend to do like the blacks and the grays and the like blue stormy colors? Like falls, those are fall colors too.
I don't know. I kind of relate those more to winter.
Yeah.
Like blues and purples.
Yeah,
and
because
cool
fall,
tones.
fall things, like they're thinking of like being warm, you know, like being cozy. So that's when you have all of those like tones. Like as if you look into nature now, like that beautiful like where y'all can't see it, that beautiful like orange leaf. But you also see like browns and like greens. But really in fall, like you never see like the other kind of like Pantone colors. Like you don't see.
No, you're right.
Like you don't see kind of like this like rock gray. People are like, oh, I want that rock gray.
I think about winter when I think
Look at
about
this
like
one leaf.
grays and
Yeah,
blues and stuff. Like the snow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like winter. No, you're right. That's what you were saying, not me.
Yeah,
Winter tones, white, silvers, blues.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder why platinum's such a summer color. You'd think that it'd be more of that like sunny.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like blonde. It's just summer. Just 'cause-
Yeah.
Just because it's just bright.
I predict that there's going to be a lot more. Like a few years ago, there was a big focus on like sand dunes, like that kind of like muted, like jewel tone. They played around with like the beiges and like the sandier, like champagne. Now there's like champagne blondes that are coming back in. There's like the peachy, like coppers. So I really think that the trend going forward with hair color is people want those trendier colors. They just want them to last longer. B, they don't want to spend like 12 hours in the salon. So they kind of want, like, I guess you would say a trendier like balayage with like, you see like these like trendier cowboy colors and the blondes and stuff. It's kind of like presenting that to them.
I have a fun question. As we are nearing the end of 2023, do you guys have any like predictions of what hair trends of 2024 will be?
I think people are going back into the work field, so you're probably going to see more of that like lived in balayage thing because they're still getting back into the groove of it. I think next year my focus is going to be on kind of like the more beigeier blondes or the champagne blondes, just because I feel like people that are constantly in the sun and stuff, you know, it's going to brighten up, but that way you kind of have a little bit more longevity.
I agree with that. I think we're gonna start shifting towards more long wearing styles.
Yeah.
Because one, not only because of all the things that you mentioned, but I also think because of like our economic climate, people aren't going to want to be coming in as often, and so they are trying to like find a way to extend what they're getting done. You know, because you know, and I think like less. I mean, it ties into like the whole like less maintenance kind of thing, but like I've noticed a lot of people that I've been taking care of, they're shifting more towards like simpler cuts. I hate to say it that way, but like less intricate cuts. Like they're wanting something that's way low maintenance, maybe more of like, you know, less layers and something easier to like either pull back or, you know, something that is, but, you know, maybe that has to do with like wintertime too, because nobody really wants to do much with their stuff during
Put
winter.
a beanie on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because people aren't really worried about
Yeah.
a lot of their like stuff during the fall and winter months, but then you see like vacation. People are starting to like be like blonder, or they want to have like shorter. I know a lot of my people that go to like beaches, especially my like 3 to 4 week like barber cuts. I'm like, hey, since you're going to be traveling or since you're going to be outside a lot more, let's take you shorter, especially around like your ears and especially like around here, to give you a little bit more of a longer haircut. You're going to stay cooler. And with my like longer styles, I'm like, yeah, let's give you something with a little bit more texture, because if you're going to be out in the water or you're going to be doing this, you can throw your hair up, or you could just use this like texture spray and just scrunch and go. So it's getting to know your clients like life, and to know how you can implement like product or quick styling tips, which is the whole reason why we are starting the whole style nights, to kind of bring those to life, to know like, hey, look, if you just spent like 6 hours in the salon getting your hair done, I want to see you wear this. I want you to like tag me. I want you to be like, oh my gosh, I love my hair. You know.
Yeah. And jumping back into like how you were talking about like the beigey blondes and stuff, when people, just something that I thought about, when people think of blondes, people only really think like a warm blonde or like a platinum blonde, but there's so many varieties of blonde. Like there's a vanilla blonde, there's a honey blonde, there's
Caramel,
a beige blonde,
toffee,
caramel, toffee, freaking milk tea,
yes,
like
milk chocolate.
yeah, hazelnut. Like there are so many blonde possibilities, so you don't have to stuff yourself in a category of like platinum icy blonde or just like a warm blonde. Like there are so many possibilities.
That's probably one of the things that entertains me the most, like with like talking to clients and stuff, because they'll come in. That's been a trend I've seen lately. Is people come in and they're like, "Oh, I have too much of red in my hair," and I'm like, "Where do you see red at?" And they'll point it out. I'm like, "There's no red there. There is no red there at all." So it's interesting to see how people see colors differently, because a large majority of people who, you know, and you know, lonely hair people are going to get this reference, but like you can have somebody come in who's like a level 7 and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I just don't want to be brown anymore. And it's like, well girl, you're like already like a dark blonde. So like, you know, there's that intermediate in between where depending on, you know, what people are referencing, you could go either way. And that's why pictures are so important when people come in for stuff. That's why we say, do you have an inspiration picture? Because we need to see what you're seeing. Because if you just describe it, that could be bad.
Yeah.
It could go left real quick. I had this one client a few weeks ago who she kept saying that she wanted red, and really what she was asking for was a copper. And so if she hadn't shown me a picture of the red she was talking about, I would have put red on her. And then it would have just been bad. Like, because that would have been way too hard to shift in one time. So inspiration pictures are importante.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I think like that's what's so great about like just like being out in nature too, because you can kind of see all the different like tones, and it kind of gives you a way to like be a little bit more creative.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I wonder if I can find like a leaf laying around that I can be like, and color match the leaf.
Yeah.
And that could be like a project for this week.
Yes.
Color matching nature colors.
Yes.
That could be fun.
Oh, see, I love it.
That's a fun idea. Let's see. How much time are we running on? Where are
We are at.
we at? None of us can see.
I think it's like 16 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
We got about 4 minutes then.
Yeah.
We won't keep y'all long today.
No.
Because it's Halloween, it's spooky day.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any plans for Halloween tonight?
We're going climbing.
Yeah? Where are you going climbing at?
Stonefort.
Stonefort? Where's that at?
It's in Saudi Daisy.
Oh, right on.
Nice.
Are you guys going to dress up to go? I guess that would be kind of hard.
Yeah, it's like there's a clown on the side of the mountain.
Could you imagine if you died on Halloween and that's your ghost outfit? Whatever you died on Halloween in.
Yes.
Oh, we've talked about it before.
I mean, yes.
I mean, Seriously, like, what are the odds?
That's the reason why they say you always wear like clean underwear in case of a car wreck.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to cut it off
cut it out
anyway,
of you.
and it's going to be ruined before they see it, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
It's pointless, honestly.
Yeah.
But, being a ghost stuck in, like, your, lingerie for the rest of eternity and forever being known as, like, the Playboy Bunny, like, when you were, like, you know what I mean? You just don't ever know. Ooh, there are so many bad situations that could go into. Like,
Yeah,
think about the amount of people who, like, we're not even going to go there.
Yeah.
No.
Well, till next time.
On that note, if you have not RSVP'd to our special style night coming up, reach out, follow all of the apps of us on media, the Facebook, the TikTok, the Instagram, and whatever else we have out there. Reach out to us, come in. It's going to be fun. November 16th, 7:30 at the salon. Bring all your friends. And of course, if you haven't already, follow us, like us, share, and subscribe. That's a new one we can say.
Yay.
And let us know if there's anything you want to hear us talk about next week. Until then,
Yes.
come see us. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.